first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing to begin is Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready?
Throwing on second down, Love. The left side, he finds Kraft. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the
Pickup there of 13. First down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. From the 44-yard line, here's second and 8.
Down. Set, go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
The 46-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. Into space. And he will score. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. That is second TD catch of the season. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
The score, Packers 7.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
Bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one just too far, out in front, and it's incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Willis now to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 15 on that game. First down, Detroit.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
So first and 10 here now at the 38. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
6 more yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Connect. 60 average. Viking 18. Warriors 17.
Now Willis. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Tag. Bracco 80. Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. On target to Laporta. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Trap 50. Trap 50.
Throwing, Willis. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Set right. Ready?
To throw is Love. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there.
Okay, right?
And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Set. Hut, hut.
Back to the air, it's Love. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. And he will go all the way. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's 2 touchdowns for him now in this first quarter alone. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
The extra point from Hardy is good. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. 35, it's 1st and 10.
18-2. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Steady.
Willis now to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
2nd and inches.
Buffalo 18. Come on. Hit. Cougar 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Willis. To the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw today, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Throwing is Willis. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Ready.
1st down, Detroit.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther. Curve 19. Curve 19. Go.
To throw, here's Willis. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lions.
Williams in motion. Willis to throw. Exiting the pocket right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it, and the Lions will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Nixon on the return. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here's set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And, oh, they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
On the play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
16-yard line.
Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Knotted at 14 on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Green Jack. Ready. 33. Yellow. Smash. Red. Red. Yellow. Hut.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Perhaps it didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Ready? Warriors 70, 18.
To Slav, the man in motion. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Buffalo 18, Rodwood, 8, Mustang 19. Ready?
Throwing, Willis. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll be second down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go.
70 Rick, 70 Lions, 70 Timberwolves, 60 Bobcats, 60, trap 60, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
To throw is Willis. Forced out wide. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
This one complete. It's to Slav. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Laporta in motion. Willis moving outside the pocket. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Headed left, buying time. He's going to run it. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Ready,
The first two drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal.
Dragon 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Willis now to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Herbie Joseph there to make the play. So, from the 25, it's second and 5.
Let's go. Blue 32. Ready?
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll work forward for a couple. Herbie Joseph there to make the play.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll come up to third and 3.
Let's go now. 45. White. Cut.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's God. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Second down, they need 7.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw is Love. This one is caught by Reed. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do.
That is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, whether you're manning the middle or you're a rusher coming off the edge, Mike, if you play linebacker in this league, you have to have the ability to handle yourself in pass coverage. If the expectation is that a throw is going to head his way, he'll make that play, and that was the biggest play he could have made.
And he's in! Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
Here's Love to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Okay,
2nd and 5.
Needle blip, here we go. 52 blue, steel, black. Set.
Love. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
10 at the 44-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready, set.
Love to throw. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Set, hut. Ready.
Here's Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Packers, 1st down.
Let's
1st and 10.
Here's Love.
7-yard line.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man. And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Set. 19 sight, not 70 Timberwolves. Street, street.
Now Willis. Out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go, set. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is caught! And he will dive into the end zone. One play, 75 yards. Touchdown, Detroit.
Warriors 70. Packers 60. Packers 60. Go.
To throw, here's Willis. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Ready, ready.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Ready, ready. Gravity Lions.
To Slav, a man in motion. Here's Willis. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
19, Mustang 19.
Willis to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there. With the lead, but it works out for them.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
To Slav, a man in motion. Throwing, Willis. Is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 4. Throwing, Willis. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
60 back. Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Willis. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Panther 60, Panther 6, Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18 Rattler, 18. Ready.
Willis now to throw. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
He may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Ready.
Third down and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing is Willis. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Here we go, set. Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw is Willis. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Fourth and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, keeps this drive alive.
19, 18.
To Slaw, the man in motion. Willis now to throw. Rolling right. He'll take off again. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 7.
Cowboy, let's go now. 60 Eagles.
He'll drop to throw. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal.
19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Let go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The extra point is good. And the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
We'll go play action with Love. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. It's 2nd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Set. Black 40. Shot. 17. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready. Ready.
On play action, Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything?
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down?
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
Here we go. Slide, 33, yellow. Ready.
Love. The second down throw is incomplete.
This is teach tape. This is exactly how they teach defensive linemen to rush the quarterback. First order of business is obviously get a sack, get to the quarterback, disrupt the pocket. If you can't get there, get big in the throwing lane, and that's exactly why.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Love. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here we go. Here, red, cycle. Fury, yellow. Sand.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Let's go now.
To Slaw, the man in motion. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He's got some space past the 20. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
To throw, here's Willis. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That is hot. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. Whoa. And that did not go as planned. He's out of bounds on the return at his own 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set, hunt. Ready?
Now Jacobs. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
It's a little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
17. Set.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He's to the 45. Josh Jacobs. And he's brought down so close to the goal line. Didn't get all the way, but he'll be down at the 1. A big play there, about as big as you can get. That totals 87 yards on the game.
Well, you talk about being able to flip the field. You won't find many longer runs than this, Mike, that don't end up resulting in a touchdown.
Ready up.
He nearly took this all the way. That was incredible.
Set. Ready. Red. 38. Hut.
Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon. He had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. Back up to the 3. It's second and goal.
Hut.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
Let's
The
go.
Packers will
Ready.
set up for the
Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Ready.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And nothing there. He'll duck forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They continue their winning ways.